It's a chorus and a tremolo that's kinda sorta shaped like a car. Of course, it's a Danelectro. Oh yes, we do love a good 2-in-1 pedal, especially when it's two effects we can use at the same time, each with their own independent set of controls. I saw this pop up on Facebook Marketplace and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Here's the rundown. Top left and right corners, we've got knobs for the speed and depth of the tremolo effect. To fine-tune that tremolo sound, we've even got a toggle switch, which sets it from soft to hard. Now, at the base of those speed and depth knobs, there's a second set of knobs for the speed and depth of the chorus effect. It's got a dry-wet effects mix knob, which handles both the chorus and the tremolo effect, so we can go from a nice 50-50 mix to a subtle, mostly dry mix, all the way to a fairly ridiculous, fully wet mix. And up top in the middle, there's an EQ, but it's not a single tone knob or a set of high-low knobs. It is a rotary encoder with 4 distinct settings, including a 5th flat setting all the way on the left. You thought we're out of controls? Guess again. Conveniently, there's another switch on the back here, and this is the pickup switch. So if you've got lower output single coil pickups, you can set this to single and it will give you a little boost. Or if you've got hot, high output humbuckers, set it to humbucker and it will attenuate the signal. Or we can be lazy and just set it into the middle and let it split the difference. It doesn't appear to affect the sound at all, just the volume. And I tried all 3 positions on a bunch of guitars, including this sparkly yellow Dano 63 with the lipstick pickups. Not necessary, but this is kind of a nice feature to have. Mix all this together and we've got ourselves a shimmery chorus being tossed to and fro by a strong and deliberate tremolo. A wonder to behold. The big question, which I'm sure is on everyone's mind, is this thing analog or digital? Or should I say binary digital or solid state non-mechanical? Well, all that matters is how it sounds. But popping off the back plate, we see that these switches down here are mounted on their own floating PCB. That's pretty nice. Then up here, there's this double-decker arrangement of boards. The bottom board has a BA3823LS, possibly 2. I couldn't get a good view of the other side. That's a 5-band EQ on a chip, so that's probably what the EQ knob is hooked up to, and I would guess this board is also handling the pickup selector stuff. Now, in my experience, usually when there's 2 boards in a pedal, it's because one is for analog stuff and one is for digital stuff. You'll probably be happy to know that this is not the case in here. For the chorus, there's a BL3207 Bucket Brigade delay and a BL3102 oscillator. And then over here inside this little plastic box, we find an LED and a light-dependent resistor. That's what drives the tremolo. Yeah, they went with a full traditional build here in a fairly non-traditional package. But at what cost? With these Danelectro pedals, you've got to take the good with the bad. And let's start with the good. Obviously, you've got to love the way this looks. The tail lights illuminate to indicate which effect is on. I love this little dotted area down the middle. It reminds me of the detectable warning pavers you find at the end of sidewalks so the visually impaired know when they're coming up on the street. And overall, the shape of this thing reminds me of a Roger Myers Octavia, but from like the Cars universe. If Mater had a pedal board, this is probably what his pedals would look like. It's got a lot of controls on it, and they're a good selection of controls. They didn't go halfway here at all. As I mentioned before, having independent controls for the chorus and the tremolo, that makes this an entirely different beast. And lastly, it's a sturdy pedal. It's a lot larger and heavier than it looks. The body is metal despite it looking plastic from the outside. Now, the bad. This neat shape means it's not exactly pedalboard friendly. And the bottom has this wavy textured rubber, so less flat surface area for something to stick to. So if your pedal board leaves the house, you've got all that weight pulling down anytime it's not laid flat, like when it's in a carrying case being carried. And about those controls, it's almost impossible to turn one of those rate or depth knobs without turning the other one, either from friction between them or just because they're so bunched up back here. That's annoying. What's also annoying is how noisy this pedal is. It's nothing that would be a problem in a band mix, but it's definitely noticeable in this context. And it could be the age of the capacitors, or it could just be a noisy pedal. As for durability, the pedal casing is indeed bomb-proof, but this area up here, that's all plastic. And more importantly, the jacks on the back, also plastic and completely unsupported by anything other than being attached to that bottom circuit board. So any strain or impact to those jacks is going straight to that lower board. So we're going to be extra careful playing with this one because it's a 20-year-old pedal that came to me in brand new condition, and I want to keep it that way. There's a few more pedals in the Wasabi series that I wouldn't mind getting my hands on, though I probably won't go out of my way to get them. I'm just glad I got to show you this one, because you know I love a good chorus. Anyway, make sure you stay tuned. I got some really amazing pedals coming up real soon. Subscribe if you're new. Take care. I'll catch you on the next one.